Thanks Manscaped for sponsoring this video. Pineapple. It is a very special fruit. You see, it has a very specific enzyme. It's called bromelain. Now, I've been using this enzyme to tenderize meat, and it does work. I even did an experiment trying to find out if it will completely disintegrate a steak. And after 24 hours, I had some incredible results. But one of the things we always say is don't leave it for too long. If not, it's just going to become mush. But I never put it to the test. And that ends today, because this is the meat I'm going to be using for today's experiment. It is an eye round. I am fascinated by this cut. First of all, because it's cheap. Second of all, it tastes fantastic. But worst of all, it is not tender. So I am determined to try to make this taste like a filet mignon. Now, in order to really find out if this experiment is going to work or not, I have to have a control. So for that, I went ahead and split it the whole thing in half. And if you take a closer look, look at the size of the fibers. They're pretty big, which means visually you can already tell that this thing is like a shoe leather. It's not tender, friends. Since now I have two pieces, one of them I'm just going to be regular dry aging it. All I have to do is to put it on a cooling rack and set it in my dry aging cabinet so that this will be the control. Hopefully it's going to turn out fantastic. We'll be finding out real shortly, because the next thing to do is to process the pineapple. And in order to do that, I'm using the whole thing. You see, the bromelain enzyme is everywhere, on the skin, on the flesh, all throughout the fruit. So all I have to do is to cut it in small pieces and throw it in the blender. Blend everything in hide so that it can liquefy. Now it's ready to be used as a tenderizer. And to do that, it's pretty self-explanatory. All I have to do is to cover the whole thing with the pineapple. The more, the better. But if you notice, it's just completely sliding off. That is not a good thing. To make sure that the pineapple will stick, I decided to use a little bit of cheesecloth. So after wrapping the whole thing around, I even added more pineapple. As you can see, once I was done, every single edge of this thing was perfectly covered. As now, the only thing left to do is let the bromelain do its work. Into the dry ager it went for a total of 100 days. And hopefully this is gonna come out as filet mignon. Once the time was up, I took it out and take a look at this. It looks like a mummy. Now, there's one thing you're not able to tell with the video, and that is the smell. It is fantastic. But hey, the only thing left to do is to open it up and see what we got inside. And after removing all of the cheesecloth, take a look. This is what I was left with. The smell got even stronger, but it is an extremely pleasant smell. As you can see, it is completely dry, but that's to be expected because it was dry aged. But what's not expected is this. There is zero mode. Everything was preserved perfectly. Usually you get a little bit, but not on this one. As you know, with every dry aging experiment, the next thing to do is to remove the pellicles. That is the outer skin. So I went ahead and cut it off. And once I did, you can see that the pineapple penetrated deeply into the meat. Hopefully it really tenderized everything. And once I was done, take a look. I was left with some nice looking $1 steak. I mean, you can clearly see there's still some oxidation. And most importantly, when I'm holding them in my hands, it feels like a filet mignon. So now I'm super pumped to trying to find out how it's gonna taste. But remember, to put it to the real test, we still have the real dry age one. As you can see, the dry ager did an amazing job. But as expected, this one does have a little bit of mold, which is no big deal. So I went ahead and did the same exact thing as I did with the previous one. Remove all of the pellicles as much as possible, cut them in 1.5 inches thick steaks, and take a look at what I was left with. Beautiful $1 steaks. Now the big question is, how will they pair up with the pineapple dry age one? Is it gonna be better? As now, the only thing left to do is to get them seasoned. For that, I kept it real simple. A good amount of salt followed by freshly ground black pepper and garlic powder. Now to really have a tenderizing experiment, we gotta put it against the most tender steak there is. We're talking about the filet mignon. This will be our control, as I hope the pineapple dry age one is gonna be just as good. For the seasoning, I kept it exactly the same as I did with the other ones. Salt followed by freshly ground black pepper and garlic powder. Because now I have all of my steaks ready, and the only thing left to do is to go ahead and cook them. First, I'll be putting a nice beautiful sear. Once that's done, I'll be cooking them in indirect heat until I reach an internal temperature of 135 degrees Fahrenheit. Because now I say, it is enough talking and it is time to cook them, so let's do it. Does that look good or what? And before we try it, I want to thank today's sponsor, Manscaped. Guys, one of the worst things that can happen to you whenever you're trimming down there, and then BAM! That just hurts like a mother. Well, that is no longer a fear of mine, because with the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0, I can go to town without the terrifying thought of nicks and cuts. And the creators at Manscaped are now bringing us the Manscaped Ultra Premium Collection. Man maintenance, baby, that's what I'm talking about. Start your routine with your 2-in-1 shampoo plus conditioner, and the Manscaped Body Wash with refined cologne scent. Then follow up with the Hydrating Body Spray. It's a spray-on moisturizer providing hydration with an even application and easy access to those hard-to-reach areas. Get your pits game on with the aluminum-free stick deodorant, and lips ready with their moisturizing lip balm. 5 easy steps. Be sure to opt in for the Manscaped Peak Hygiene Plan so you can make sure that you never run out of your favorite Manscaped products and deliver straight to your door. So go to manscaped.com, use promo code GUGA for 20% off plus international free shipping. That's 20% off plus international free shipping with the promo code GUGA at manscaped.com. Thanks Manscaped for covering me from head to toe and sponsoring this video. But now let's get right back to this video. All right, everybody, here we got our beautiful steaks. Only 3 today.
Only 3.
Okay.
No side dish.
1 each.
One
okay.
And it looks like they're getting smaller as they go.
I know, right? You go this way, it's a little bit smaller. I want your brutal, honest opinion on this one.
Brutal.
All right? Yes, correct.
Brutality.
Yes, say it like it is. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, say that it's bad and all that good stuff.
So, like always.
Like always. All right, let's go for it. We're gonna go this direction today.
Okay.
All right, let's go for it. Just
I'ma
grab
give
it
you
and go.
The same type of review, just I'm gonna be mean this time. I'll be like,
I love it.
That's right. I must say, they look juicy, everybody. Nice and juicy as expected from this kind of steak.
where?
Look at it. Like, put it right next to your face. Oh, it's not even falling. Oh, wow. Maybe you should frame that, Angel.
It's like a science fair project.
How did it feel when you were cutting it, Mama?
Kind of tough.
Oh man.
It's not sliding. Bro, that knife's sharp. Oh, mine even went away over here.
I went 3 times before it broke.
So you have an idea what we're in for.
It's gonna be fun.
This is gonna be super exciting, everybody. You guys
You
ready?
said brutal. You said brutal.
Brutal. You ready?
Hey.
All right. Enough talking. Let's give this a try. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
I thought it was going to be tougher than this.
So did I. It's not that tough.
Not that tough.
It's a little tough.
Yeah, but it's not like
Not like how I thought, but it is a little.
It's a 9 round. Come on.
That was obvious.
Yeah. You didn't say anything.
I thought you knew.
I thought you- But it's more tender than usual, right?
It's a little bit more tender.
You know what I'll say about Iron? The only thing that Iron has that's not fun is the tenderness. It's not there.
Why? Because the chancleta?
If you're between not having a steak and having that steak, I'll have that steak.
Oh, yeah. But if you give me a regular plain eye round by itself, I'll rather chicken. Yeah, exactly.
Chicken breast.
Chicken breast. Damn. Chicken breast, not even the thigh. By the way, if you guys don't know, I have another channel, Sous Vide Everything. And the best way to have chicken breast is by cooking it sous vide, everybody. If you don't cook it sous vide, gotta have it. And if you have not seen my second channel, make sure you go check it out in the description as soon as this video is over. Are you guys ready to try the second one?
All right, let's go.
I love how thin these are cut. It's hilarious.
Don't make fun of my thin steak,
It
all
needs
right?
substance. Substance.
Exactly. Enough talking. You guys ready?
All right, let's go.
All right, let's go. Cheers, everybody.
Oh, that's tender. And it's got like a little tingle to it.
That is more tender. It's also weird.
Yeah, it's a little sweet and a little sour.
No, it's like a tingle you get on your tongue, right?
Yeah.
It's the tingle, but it's not sour, I don't think.
Nah, it's to me it's almost like it's going bad.
I'll be honest with you. I did not enjoy it. Is it more
What?
tender?
I enjoyed it.
No, I didn't enjoy it.
I liked it.
Of course
Why
you
am I
liked
always
it.
the odd man out here
If
lately?
it's sweet, he likes it. If it has Coca-Cola on it, he likes
loves
it.
it.
If it
There's
has
Coke on this?
any type of sugary dessert or anything, he'll like it.
You put Coke?
No, this one was dry aged for 100 days
Wow.
in pineapple.
And it's still standing.
I know, right? I was surprised. I thought it was gonna completely disintegrate the steak. I thought this was gonna be gone. 100 days dry age with the pineapple. It still stand. It has an off flavor. It's more tender. We gotta give it up.
It's more tender, but there's no flavor. Like
It's weird.
The little flavor that is there is not enjoyable.
I like it. I'll give it a success.
I
I,
like
think
the
it's
first one better.
successful.
To make it official, this is the control. Yes, let's see.
Okay.
This is what I was aiming for. All right. Let me know how this one tastes.
Oh, now this one is juicy.
If you are
Now
wondering,
this one is tender too, because this is thicker. And look how it moves.
if you are wondering why is this one redder, it's because it's fresh steak.
All right, the other ones are dry age. Whenever you dry age, and you do lose a little bit of that redness. So let me know about this one. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Oh, I know exactly what happened.
Wow.
What happened, Angel?
That's not an iron. That's
No.
FILET Mignon.
That's FILET Mignon. That's right. Good
That's
job.
FILET Mignon.
Now,
Wow.
how does it compare with this one here?
There's
No
no comparison.
No
There's no
comparison.
way you could compare these two cuts of meat.
It's not the same caliber.
I don't think there's too much that you could do to elevate an iron. There's a few things you could do,
Yeah.
but there's not enough. So I don't think it'll ever get to the level of FILET Mignon.
It is my mission in life to make sure I make the $1 steak taste like a filet mignon. And one day, I will do it.
He's been trying to do that since day one.
I'm gonna succeed. For a final verdict, do you guys recommend doing this, Mau?
No.
Absolutely not for me. Angel?
It worked. It was better than the regular dry age in tenderness. I think there's a place for that somewhere.
Anyway, guys, these are the results. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe for future videos. Remember, if you are interested in anything I use, everything is always on the description down below. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Peace out, guys.